Hi guys, today is Saturday, May the 21st, and I've got a DVD update to do. This time around I've got two movies. I decided that I'm going to start waiting until I have at least two. Instead of doing a DVD update every single time I get a movie, because I thought that probably would get a bit tedious to do it like that. And I don't know. I decided it probably would be better just to wait until I have at least multiple movies to do, because that's mostly how people do anyway. Some people, they wait like a month or two or whatever, but yeah, it's like I want to start doing these at least when I get two movies to update on. I thought about waiting a little bit longer because maybe over the next month or so I'm planning on getting two more, but I don't know how long it will take me before I get around to being able to get those. So I decided, why not? I'll go ahead, and well, here we are. And besides, the world is ending today, so yeah, tough luck, man. Anyway, first up is one of the 11 SNL based movies that are out to date. It's actually, I think it's one of the first ones that people, or at least critics, started really disliking. I mean, I know it does have its fan base, but I think most critics didn't like this movie, and that's Night at the Roxbury, starring Will Ferrell and Chris Kattan as Steve and Doug Batabi, respectively. Basically, it's about these two club hopping idiot brothers, who basically they dream of starting their own nightclub. And well, to be honest with you, this is one of those movies that it's kind of hard to effectively describe what it's about without having to give away a lot of what happens in the movie. Because it's not really one of those movies you can really describe in a couple of words. Say, for example, an evil artificial intelligence from the future sends back a machine to kill the mother of its greatest enemy, so that he won't exist and he can effectively kill off the entire human race. That's obviously the Terminator, but this one is this one of those kind of movies that's a little bit harder to describe. But basically, that's what it is. It's about these two brothers, as I said. And the owner of the Roxbury, whom they end up meeting because of Richard Grieco, he takes an immediate liking to them and to the two brothers and some of their ideas. And long story short, they have falling out over like some misunderstandings. Jerky assistants, gold digging women, so forth. Steve almost marries a very annoying, horrible woman, and at the end, basically, Chris Kattan's character, decides to make amends and save him from Molly Shannon's character, and that's pretty much the whole movie, I think. It's like I said, it's kind of hard to really describe what the movie is like and what it's about without giving pretty much the entire movie away, but I don't know. I mean, like I said, this movie wasn't really that well received by most critics, I'm pretty sure. But I don't know. I've always really loved this movie, and ever since I first saw it on VHS back in like 2000, I think. I got it for Christmas that year, and I've loved this movie ever since. Yeah, I remember somebody once a long time ago told me that I kind of reminded her of Chris Kattan's character. She never really said why. She just told me that I remind her of Chris Kattan's character. I mean, go figure. But yeah. I think this was actually the last SNL-based movie I liked, though. Admittedly, though, I haven't seen Superstar or MacGruber, which came out after this. The last one I saw, admittedly, was The Ladies' Man, and I have it on VHS, but admittedly, I was never really that crazy about it. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of, but Honestly, if I had to say, yeah, I mean, Night at the Roxbury is one of my 3 favorite SNL based movies. I mean, it's not one of the 3. It's not one of the best, but it's one of my favorites though. I mean, I know a lot of people use favorite and best, you know, interchangeably when they talk about stuff like that. But me, I mean, I'm objective enough that I can differentiate between, like, well, this is the best, but this one's my favorite. I don't know. I mean, I'm able to do that, but I know some people can't though. Yeah, they'll say, well, yeah, this is my favorite, so it's the best too. But I would say it's one of my 3 favorites, but it wouldn't be one of my. It wouldn't be on my list of the 3 best SNL based movies, I'm sure. Anyway, that's for another video. And the second movie I got is actually a documentary, and it's the second documentary I've ever owned. But it's the first one I've actually paid for. And by that I mean, of course, I don't know if you remember, but you know, the first documentary I ever got was one I got free from a friend like several months ago. This one, however, was done by Joe Pantoliano from, you know, Ralphie from The Sopranos, and it's called No Kidding, Me Too. And basically, what it's about is, basically he got like 5 other people together who suffer from mental illness, and that's basically what the movie is about. The documentary is about it's about mental illness and the stigma surrounding it, and you know, it's a topic that's near and dear to my heart. So ever since I found out about this documentary, I've really wanted to see it. And fortunately, it was a very well done, you know, documentary. I really enjoyed it. I actually just got finished watching it for the first time a few minutes ago. It just came in the mail today. Yeah, I've already written my review for it on Amazon, so you know what to do. Yeah. Seriously though, I mean, it is a pretty good documentary. Let's see, the 5 people that he brought together, or the 6 people, yeah, 6 counting himself, but the 5 people he got to participate. One's a master sergeant in the military, and he has post-traumatic stress disorder, I think, and 3 of them are like high school students, and one's a brain surgeon. That, you know, that's referred to as Doc in the documentary. And one of them is like and the other one is like another adult, and his name is Philip. And basically, that's them at the bottom of the DVD case. He has ADHD. I think something else, but I can't remember. I think it was bipolar. I can't remember what she has. Oh wait, she has clinical depression. That's mostly what, you know, the high school students have, or clinical depression. I'll talk about that in a minute. She self-harmed. Philip, this guy right here, he has paranoid schizophrenia. He has depression. I can't remember what they said was wrong with her, but I think it was depression as well. I could be wrong, but I kind of missed what she had specifically. Well, yeah, I think it was depression as well. And he's the one that has post-traumatic stress disorder, the master sergeant. But yeah, it's a very good documentary if you're looking for one to check out. Basically, they all, and of course Joe Pantoliano, he has clinical depression as well. But yeah, anyway, basically he got them all together to talk about like their experiences and, you know, what stigma they faced, and he got their families and friends to participate, you know, including his own family and whatnot. Basically, just kind of like get all the angles in from how it is living with mental illness, and, you know, and all that. Like Jordan, the guy right here in the blue shirt. Yeah, you know, he talked about he talked about his suicide attempt he made, where he tried killing himself by jumping out of his ninth floor window. He obviously he survived, but I don't think he was really able to walk. But he was able to walk, fortunately for his high school graduation. Like in the movie, he's still in a wheelchair. At least he was in the documentary. But Casey, Casey, one of the two girls in the movie, one of the things she shared that she went through was one time she self-harmed, obviously, like I said, and one time she did it so bad that she had to go to the hospital to get stitches. And she said the doctor asked her, what was it? Were these self-inflicted? And she said she felt ashamed, when he asked her that. And kind of looked down and said, yeah, they were. And she talked about how the doctor basically didn't even talk to her the rest of the time as he stitched her wounds up without anesthesia. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty interesting. Like I said, I would definitely, suggest anybody to check it out if you're looking for a documentary. Right now, I think new is only like $14.99 on Amazon. One of the stories that Joe shared, was like, he has clinical depression. One of the story, well, actually, it was the story his daughter shared. One of his daughters shared. That they were eating. She, her friend, and her family were. Basically, the family and the friend were eating in a restaurant, somewhere, and she said how Joe, or Joey Pants as he goes about sometimes, he basically ordered all of the desserts on the menu, and the waitress brought all the desserts to him like an old to-go bag, and his daughter explained how he started just like yelling and screaming, "We're not taking this home. What was the point of that? Blah blah blah." And she said, like, I can't remember, I didn't catch who it was specifically, if it was like the waitress or like the daughter herself, but she said somebody ran off, ran off crying. Which, I kind of chuckled, but it's obviously, when you experience something like that, it's obviously not funny, but believe me, I know how that is, believe me. I've been through stuff like that myself, I'm not even going to get into it, but not me, but it's a long story. I'm not going to get into it. Because like I said, this is the sort of thing, like mental illness and stigma and all that around it. That's kind of an issue. That's near and dear to my heart and all that. And that's how they say what's your purpose in life and all that. People try to figure it out. I like to think that's actually one of mine. One of my purposes in life is to kind of help fight stigma. I've done so what I can and all that, because again, like I said, that's another story for another video. This is a DVD OD. I'll get into all this stuff like down the road and everything. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Good documentary, check it out. Blah blah blah. I haven't watched the extras or the deleted scenes or anything, but they actually talked to a woman who she had gone to Iraq during the war, and she said there was she was originally supposed to go with these soldiers somewhere, but at the last minute, she and the guy she was with decided not to go, and I think it was they found out later on that those same group of soldiers basically were all killed in a in a ambush or whatever, after the truck hit an IED, and I mean, there's really, I'm trying to think what else you could really say about, something like a documentary like this. I mean, check out some of the stuff you can find on YouTube about it. Even if you're remotely interested in checking it out, I would definitely say too. If you're even remotely interested in what it's like for somebody who has mental illness of some sort. The only thing I wish they would have done a little differently with this documentary. I will say this: I wish they would have included more, like lesser known or lesser understood, like mental illnesses, like maybe borderline personality disorder, or just some of the ones you don't ever really hear talked about. Like take schizophrenia for example. I mean, chances are we've all heard of schizophrenia. But you don't ever really hear anybody talk about like schizoid personality disorder or schizotypal, schizoaffective. You always hear about schizophrenia, but you don't ever hear about any of the other personality disorders or anything. Just that sort of thing. But I mean, other than that, I mean, it's not really a negative thing. I'm saying it's just something I wish they would have done. But still a good documentary. So. I'm going to go ahead and end this video here because that's really all I have to say, and I didn't think it would take me this long to do a DVD update for 2 movies. So, anyway, thanks for watching, and see you guys next time.